how I deal with my insecurities. First, I laugh because laughter kind of gets me in a place of not taking things so seriously. Sometimes you focus on things that you can't change to the point that you lose all happiness. You know, the things that you love to do no longer make you happy. You put yourself in a place that there is no escaping from because you can't change it, you know. One of my biggest insecurities was the size of my nose, you know. Now I could care less. But growing up, you know, my nose kind of took on a life of its own and just kind of like expanded. I don't know how. But that was like one of the biggest things that I was picked on as a child and in my teenage years. And even sometimes, one time, an old boss of mine, he told me that I could make it as a star if I got a nose job. People actually say that stuff to your face. Kind of weird because he wasn't that attractive himself, but I digress. Anyway, yeah, it was a big insecurity for a while. And I never really considered plastic surgery on it or anything because to me, you know, I'm just not right now in this point of my life. That's not something that I'm even interested in thinking about. You know, I'm more focused on just enhancing my beauty and not keeping the attention on things that, you know, make me or used to make me insecure. But I put myself in a space to understand that every day is a blessing and that, you know, there are so many things that I'm grateful for that I do love about myself. And the insecurities kind of quiet down. You know, it when I continue to think about them day in and day out, especially if I'm not really doing anything to alleviate my feelings about it, like plastic surgery or, you know, putting on makeup in a certain way to make it look smaller or something, then it's like, what's the point? Every day reliving your insecurities, you know? So it took me a while, especially being on stage and different people coming to the club. You know, sometimes they just, like when they're drinking or something, they're just very blunt and they think it's okay or their inhibitions are lowered. So the things that they wouldn't say if they were sober come out and you have to deal with that, you know, and you have to be mature enough to not allow them to have that kind of power and control over your emotions. But yeah, it was tough for me because I did come out here at 23, almost 24 years old, and you're growing up, you're a young adult turning into a woman on the road, and being on this big platform where people see you and some of them love you, but some of them are just like, you know what? I don't like that hairstyle. I don't like that dress. You know, you need a boob job. You know, all kinds of things. And if you take everything that people say literally, you'll get to a place, you'll just become a to-do list. You know, you'll put yourself in a place where nothing is right, everything is wrong. And I never wanted to be that person. So I had to learn how to quiet the voices in my own head before I even considered trying to do anything or give a beep about what everybody else thought outside of me. So now, if somebody comes along and says something that, you know, in reference to something that I personally don't like about myself or wish I could make better, you know, we all have our list of what ifs. I just kind of smile and take a deep breath and think about everything that I love about me. And there is no prerequisite to being a star, you know, to being successful, to being happy and loving yourself. There is no, okay, in order for me to love myself, I have to be this weight. I have to be this complexion. I have to have this amount of money in the bank. You know, I have to have a guy who does this or that for me. That these are not markers for success or a positive mindset. It comes first from you loving who you are. You know, you appreciating and accepting who you are, even not just the face or the body, you as a person. And when you get that, then the moments of insecurity or things that people say don't have as much power over you. So smile and remember to quiet the voices down that are not positive because life is to be lived without worrying about what comes from enhancing your outer appearance, and the things, the pressure that we put on ourselves. Sometimes it's just brutal. It's not fair to ourselves, and it's not fair to just humankind. Like, we focus on the wrong things sometimes. So, number one, smile. It ain't that serious.